Hey you guys, don't sleep on our August giveaway. This month we're giving away the Reimagine pack. And this time, there's gonna be 4 lucky winners. That's right, 4 lucky winners. And each winner will get to pick one of the pairs from the Reimagine pack. We got the Royals, White Cements, Chicagos, and the Breads. All you gotta do is subscribe to Rejuvenator and drop a comment down below which pair you would pick and the size. Giveaway runs till the end of August. Good luck, everyone.
What's going on, y'all? It's Qias Almighty, and I have officially come to take over the Rejuvenator studios. I'm sitting right here in Vick's spot, and I actually brought a few pairs for myself to customize for you guys. And not customize, restore. I'm a little rusty, but here they are in this duffel, and I'm gonna show them to you guys. And you're probably wondering, where's Vick? Well, he's late. Apparently he's always late, so I just helped myself.
I'm not late, bro. What are you even doing here?
Oh, you're here?
What are you even doing here?
Oh, the door was open. I let myself in. I brought my shoes, and I was just gonna start, fixing up my kicks. But since you're here, I put this chair here, and maybe you could do it for me, cause you might be a little bit better than me.
I mean, I'm assuming you got some shoes in there.
I do. I got some pretty good ones, actually.
All right. I hope you're not wasting my time, Qias, because you took my set.
Look, I got some really good stuff. I'm gonna put this on the floor, but I need you. I trust you. I only trust you because these are my babies.
All right, bro.
You know how precious sneakers are to us, right?
Got, bro. It better not be some black cements, man.
No. Oh, those are coming out. We don't need to fix those up.
Right.
First off,
Jordan 4.
Jordan 4s from 2004, I believe.
This is actually really good condition as far as the uppers go.
Yeah,
Minimal yellowing and stuff.
I had these when I was younger. I had to get rid of them because your boy was broke back in the day, so I needed some money, and I was able to reacquire them a couple years back, and they were dead stock at the time, and you know how that goes.
Well, then it's a special shoe then for you.
Yeah, it's a special shoe, and I want to wear them. I had them like this for a couple years just because I thought they were cool to look at, and anytime I posted them, like, people would go crazy because it's like interesting to look at. But it's time to put them back on my feet. So what we gotta do with these?
Sick, dude, no problem. Well, first of all, we need some donors. I can source those for you. Basically, all we gotta do is just remove that old sole, do some prep work, and make sure that new sole fits on there nicely. I would hate for it to not be wearable once you wear them. So I'll make sure I take my time, make sure everything looks good.
Good Jordan 4s are easy to get.
Easily.
So
we'll find something.
Yeah.
Easily. I hope you got more of a challenge for me, man, because this is pretty
This is the warm-up.
Come on,
This is
bro.
the warm-up.
All right, what else do we
gotta
have?
do a few layup lines. All right. I know you've seen a few of these, and I've seen you restore some of these Red Octobers.
Red Octobers, man. Notorious for cracking, notorious for falling apart.
Yes, for the most part, it's still in pretty solid condition, but unfortunately, the straps are giving out on us.
He says solid condition. Aren't these straps supposed to be together, bro?
The straps are not strapping. So as you guys can see, the strap, the Velcro came off of the strap, and then it cracked, and then obviously midsoles, coming off, suede on the toes, getting a little rough
faded,
there.
bring back the color.
Yeah.
No problem, bro. Deep clean, midsole repaint, bring the suede back to life. Throw some shoe trees in there to help remove some of the creasing. The real trick though is fixing the strap.
Yeah, this is the first shoe that you've had to fix the strap on?
Yeah, dude. I've seen a lot of videos though where more of these are starting to fall apart. The plastic, such as the straps and the spine on the back, are just cracking and just deteriorating almost. So that's kind of what happened to the strap on your shoe. So we'll figure out a nice way to replace it. Not replace it, but kind of fix it, because I want to keep this shoe as original as possible for you. So, all right, bro, you did give me a bigger challenge.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Definitely.
I got you on these.
Okay, cool. And then next up, this is like my baby. This is like my grail, my Kobe Jordan 8.
That's a special shoe right there, man.
Very special
I'm
to
glad
me.
you brought me something cool, because this is dope right here.
Now this one should be an easy fix, I hope. It literally just has a little bit of yellowing on the midsole, I think on the toe of that one, and then on that back side of this one.
That's it? Just yellowing on?
Yellowing, but I wear my shoes. And apparently I was careless, because there's a little leather cut right here, a little bit of, spot,
tiny nick.
little, very slight work on this one.
Yeah, no problem, bro. So yellowing and fixing the scratch. Unfortunately, it's not a light scratch, so it is in the material. But luckily for you, it's a good area for me to fix. Leather filler, sanding, paint. Qias, can you put these in the Vick 2000 for me?
Yeah, I got you. Bro, you sure that's not gonna toast them? They're gonna come out burnt or something. Bro, it's like a microwave.
Bro, you're an amazing assistant. You did such a great job putting them inside, man.
Thank you, man. Hey, if y'all need a full-time Vick 2000 put her in there or something.
This is my guy right here, man. Yeah. My new assistant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quit YouTube and everything, just come work for you.
So the Kobe 8s are in the indoor setup cooking. I have a lot of work to go on the Jordan 4s. Came to my favorite store, Undefeated, to pick up some donors. I had the perfect ones in mind. They're right here. Oxidized green Jordan 4s. Me and Qias talked about these. We're gonna use the sole and the midsole for the project. I like these because they got the green on the bottom. We just need a size 10. Let's go talk to John. We got the donors. It's time for deconstruction for both of these pairs. For these 4s, I gotta remove the sole and the midsole. Qias and I talked before, we don't care about keeping the original soles, so once I remove them, we don't need them. For this, I'm just gonna use a blade. I'm just gonna cut off the stitching from the toe cap to get it all off. The majority of the bottom part of the uppers is fully cleaned up. We still gotta remove the glue, but we'll do that later. I'm gonna take a break from the 4s and get to work on the donors. I'm actually a really big fan of the sneaker. I love the oxidized metallic green midsole. I'm a big fan of the materials, the colorway. It's a nice sneaker. However, we gotta do what we gotta do. There's a lot of good parts for this shoe, so before I start pouring acetone inside the sneaker, I'm gonna cut them all off. All right, after about 30 minutes of ripping all the stuff off the uppers, let's pour some acetone inside. I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes, then we'll put them back inside. With a steamer, we'll finish the job. Donors are separated, we're done with that. We'll come back to those later. Now let's get back to the uppers. They're not that dirty. Qias did a good job keeping them clean. However, there's still a couple of marks. There is some lint on the inside of the shoes. On the mesh underneath the netting, there is a couple of stains. I want to get these shoes as clean as possible. There's no way to get it back to 100% white, but once we're done with the cleaning and we let them dry, I'll put them in the Vick 2000. Hopefully I can get them a shade whiter. For this cleaning, it's gonna be super simple. I'm just gonna be using our Rejuvenator solution and our soft bristle brush. I do have a smaller brush to take care of the lint on the inside of the sneakers and on the insoles. Once we do all the brushing, we'll use the compressor, get rid of all that, then we'll come back and do the cleaning. All right, so I just created some more work for myself. Unfortunately, the shoe is on the older side. The shoe is from 2004. We're in 2024. That's 20 years old. The plastic is in very fragile condition. One of them is okay, but on this shoe, these parts just cracked off. Wasn't expecting that. It's not like I was applying too much pressure. As I was drying the shoe, they just kind of snapped off. So later in this video, at some point, I'll have to glue them back. I'm gonna keep the uppers in the indoor setup for a day or two. While they're in there cooking, I'm gonna work on the donors. There's two different things I have to do to get the prep work out the way. I have to remove all the glue. I'm gonna use the glue eraser for the polyurethane part. In the past, I've used a Dremel to remove all the glue. It works, but in this case, because it's already peeling, the glue eraser should do the trick. I'm not gonna use acetone because it gets really messy when it comes to this area. A lot of it's already coming off, so it should be pretty easy to finish the job. All I have to do is go back and forth to create some friction until it's all off. On the rubber areas, such as the toe cap and the little side piece, I'm just gonna be using a Dremel with a metal drill bit to shave it all off. I'm gonna be very careful and not hit any of the polyurethane parts because that can ruin it. Prep work is complete, we're ready for some glue, but not just yet. First, we gotta get ready for a midsole repaint. I like the green and the cream a lot. However, for this restoration, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna cover it all up with some white paint to match the originals. First, I'm gonna use some 800 grit sandpaper to remove all the factory finish. I'm gonna go back and forth until I think it's good to go. After that, I'm gonna tape off everything but the midsole to get ready for the paint. Taping is complete, everything's covered up but the midsole. For this, I'm gonna lay down some white paint with the airbrush. All right, everything looks solid. We lay down enough white to cover up the green and the cream. Now we're gonna go outside and lay down a finisher. The finish on the original midsoles had a nice shiny finish, so we're gonna lay down some Krylon Crystal Clear. I'm done with the 4s for today. The uppers are still in the indoor setup, so I can't start the reglue today. So we're gonna work on the Red Octobers. When it comes to the Yeezy 1s and the Yeezy 2s, the Red Octobers is a shoe that I've worked on so many times over the years. Except for this pair, it's in great condition. However, age is starting to catch up to it. On the plastic hardware, such as the straps, it's breaking apart. On this one, part of the piece snapped off. This one broke off when I was hanging out with Qias. So during this cleaning, I gotta be very careful and not be too rough with it. You guys saw what happened with the 4s. The soles do need some work. I wanna get these as clean as possible. I'm gonna start off with the brass bristle brush. I'm gonna go in, get the soles as clean as possible. Once that's done, I'll move on to the uppers. Cleaning is complete, shoes are fully dried. There's two big differences when it came to this cleaning. The first one is the soles. We got rid of all the stains and the marks. They look brand new. We're done with the cleaning part of this restoration. Let's move on to the midsoles. This is a very common thing when it comes to Red Octobers. It happens to almost every single one of them. They use some really thin paint so it cracks right away. Luckily for me, it comes off right away using rubbing alcohol and cotton balls. I'm not gonna use acetone on this shoe. It's way too harsh of a chemical to put on these midsoles. Plus the shoe is on the older side. It would probably eat away at the midsoles. My safest bet is rubbing alcohol. One down, one to go. This took a little while. My fingers hurt, but with a little editing magic, we'll take care of the next one. Midsoles are fully stripped on both shoes. Everything's taped up. We're ready for some paint. Before I stripped off all the old paint, I matched the paint perfectly. As many times as I've restored Red Octobers, I still forget the mix sometimes. Had to go on YouTube, reference one of my old videos. Check this one out. For this mix, we're gonna be using some hot pink, chili red, neon pink, and some orange. Real easy. Yep, that guy was right. Got the perfect color mix. Let's lay it down with the paintbrush. Paint job is complete. Let's go outside and lock it in with some matte finish. Almost done with that pair of sneakers, but I'm gonna take a break from those. These are good to go from the indoor setup. They're back to white, but I haven't done the cleaning yet. The uppers are good, same thing with the insides, but the soles need a little bit of work. So for this cleaning, I'm gonna be using our Rejuvenator solution with our soft bristle brush for the uppers and the brass bristle brush to take care of the soles. Since the shoe overall isn't that dirty, I'm gonna start off with the hardest part first, that's the soles. I'm gonna use the brass bristle brush to get them back to brand new looking. Once that's good to go, I'm gonna dump out the water, get some fresh water in a solution, and hit up the uppers. This one's good to go. Still gotta do the left shoe off camera. Once we're done with that, we'll let them dry so we can move on to the leather filler. Cleaning is fully complete on the 8s. They're fully dried. Let's move on to the restoration. The left shoe is the only one that needs work. The right one's all right. On this one, there's a deep scratch right on the side panel. A couple little nicks on the toe box. Not too much work, but it's still gonna require a few hours worth of work to get it back to its original state. First, I'm gonna tape off everything like the midsole and everything around the scratch. So when I sand, I don't sand anything else but that area. I'm gonna be using 800 grit sandpaper to remove the roughness. Once it's pretty smooth, I'll move on to 1000. Just by using 800 grit and 1000 grit sandpaper, it's a lot smoother, but I can still feel the imperfection. That's where Andrew's leather filler comes to play. I'm gonna lay down just a little bit to cover it up. I don't need much, the cut isn't that deep. I'm gonna lay it down with some sandpaper because it's easier to control. I'm gonna let it dry for several hours because it's important to let it dry. The 8's gotta dry for a while, so let's get back to the Red Octobers. The second biggest issue is the straps. On both of them, they're broken in different ways. This one should be a lot easier to fix. Part of the Velcro completely came off, and the plastic piece cracked off as well. I'm gonna prep it with acetone, get all the old glue off, then with some bar super stick, lay down some fresh glue and put it on there. It'll still be cracked, but at least it'll be intact. This is really the only fix for this shoe. So for the prep work, like I mentioned, we're gonna be using acetone and cotton balls. I don't wanna drench this plastic in acetone because it'll completely ruin it. All I wanna do is wipe off that surface glue. Once it's dried, I'll lay down some fresh bar super stick on both pieces, let it cure for a few minutes, and then we'll stick everything together. One strap is good to go, now we're on to the next. This one's gonna be a little trickier. It's not gonna come out perfect. We just wanna get it attached onto the strap. So what I'm thinking about doing is grabbing a piece of leather that's pretty thin, sturdy enough to hold both pieces together. I already painted the same color as the strap. What I'm gonna do is cut it to size perfectly, use that as a bridge to connect both pieces. This is gonna go underneath, so you really won't be able to see it unless you open up the strap. I just gotta get it sized perfectly, cut it out, paint the edges so we can lay it down with some glue. We're done with the straps. The glue job is holding up nicely. If Qias wears these in the future, he has to be very careful with them because they can still crack in other areas. The last step that's left on these Red Octobers is to bring the suede back to life. It's not too bad, but with some Rejuvenator mink oil, it'll bring it back to its original color. I'm gonna spray this directly onto our horsehair brush and brush it in a few times. We're done with the Red Octobers. The 8s are still drying. I got the 4s out of the indoor setup. I'm really glad I put them in there for 2 days. The netting definitely looks a lot wider. It's consistent with the rest of the shoe. Now it is time to attach the new midsoles onto the uppers, but first we gotta apply some glue. But before that, we gotta create some lines using a heat removable pen. As I go, I'm gonna be tracing out the original line. Once they're both good to go, we'll lay down the glue. Now for the glue, I'm gonna be using bark super stick. I'm gonna lay down a thin coat on the midsole and sole. Same thing with the upper, let it cure for a few hours, and then we'll stick everything together. Glue is fully cured. This should be pretty simple. I'm gonna start off with the front. I got a little piece of tape right here in the toe box and on the shoe to make sure it lines up perfectly in the center. Once the front's done, I'm gonna move on to the side to make sure this area is lined up nicely. I'll finish it out with the back and then do all the sides. Glue job is complete, everything lined up nicely. I'm really happy with this swap. To complete it, I still have to reapply the stitching onto the toe cap. I got some fresh white thread with sewing gauze. I'm gonna go in with 2 pieces of thread and stitch it all together. There's 2 things left in this restoration. The easy one being lace them up. The second thing we gotta take care of are these plastic eyelets. As you guys remember, I did break these off during the cleaning. We gotta put them back inside. If I had some actual replacements, I would go in, remove the stitching, take out the broken piece, replace them with some brand new ones. I would actually go in and replace all 8 of them on both shoes, just because if these 2 broke, I'm sure the rest are ready to break. However, all of these are the same age. The other ones are also bound to break as well. Luckily for me, these are still in great condition. I'm just gonna use some bark super stick. I'm gonna lace them down on the leather, lace them down on the plastic eyelet, wait about 20 minutes for it to cure. After that, I'm gonna lace them up with the plastic eyelet before I attach it onto the shoe. Once it's laced up, I'll heat it up to make sure it bonds perfectly. I'm gonna jump back to the 8s. The leather filler should be dry. Throughout this entire 3-pair restoration, I've been working a lot on the 8s by removing the yellowing and working on the deep scratch. For the deep scratch, I've been doing a lot of leather filler, drying, sanding, and repeating that process a couple different times. It's good to go now. The next step is to do some taping. I'm gonna tape off everything around the deep scratches so I can lay down some white paint. Let's lace them up. All right guys, that's gonna bring us to an end on this 3-pair restoration for Qias. I'm really happy with how all these turned out. Individually, they were not too much work, but all together, it took several days to get them to this point. All of these shoes require different restorations. For example, on the 8s, I spent several days once again trying to remove the scratches on the toe box and the side. It takes a lot of patience for the leather filler to fully dry and sand. For the Red Octobers, we got them looking good. Everything cleaned up nicely, gave the midsoles a fresh midsole repaint. However, these sneakers are very fragile to work with, specifically on the straps. If Qias isn't very careful with these shoes and yanks on the straps, they will crack off in different areas. For the classic green 4s, we made these wearable once again. We got some brand new donors, put them onto these shoes, they fit perfectly. Everything looks great. I'm really excited to get them back to his hands. I'm gonna try my best to go to California and drop these off. It's only a few hours away. Got a busy few weeks, but hopefully we can figure something out and do another video. If you guys had a chance to take one of these pairs home, which ones would you pick? The Kobe 8s, Red October Yeezys, or the classic green 4s? Drop a comment down below on which ones you would pick. And lastly, as always, you can find all our products at rejuvenator.com. Use promo code SALE20 to save 20% off on your next order. This is Vic Almighty. I'll catch you guys on Monday. See you guys.